Today we're talking about media credentials. If you've ever been to a motorsport event at a track, you've probably seen the guys in photo vests taking pictures on the other side of the chain link fence from where the spectators are. You get totally unobstructed views, close to the action. It's the dream. And you might be wondering, what is that like and what can I do to get there? You're supposed to return these vests. This was Pikes Peak. They said to keep it. Sorry. The good news is that if you write for a major publication or have an enormous social media following, that might be enough to get you media access if you apply. But if you don't have those things, if that doesn't describe you, I'm going to try to help you out a little bit, or at least clear up some misconceptions. Let me get this out of the way first. If you're someone who takes out your camera twice a year, but you want to get closer to the action and take photos that are just going to end up on your hard drive, you probably shouldn't be on the other side of the fence. I'm sorry, I'm not gatekeeping, but this is a job, and if you're a hobbyist, you're probably going to get in someone's way. But if you have real ambitions to pursue motorsports photography, or you're a serious photographer who's looking for a way to get trackside, this video is for you. So the first thing you need to do is apply online through the race organizer. Look for a media page or press section, and there might be an email address or a form you can fill out, and this should be done in a timely manner because sometimes the window to apply closes weeks before the event takes place. When race event organizers are giving out photo vests, the first thing they look for isn't your portfolio, it's do you have an audience that will see your photos? That audience could be the team, like if you work for a team that's participating in the event, but generally it's a media outlet, a website, some destination where thousands of people will see your images. The race organizers, sponsors, and teams all want publicity for their series and for the event. So if you apply for media credentials, they're looking to make sure you have an outlet to publish photos that will be seen by people. So that's what you have to have in mind if you apply. And we'll talk about some ideas for that in a moment. The smaller and more grassroots or local the event, the better your chances of being approved. Don't apply to shoot Formula One if you haven't published motorsports photos anywhere, or IMSA. But for smaller events like Time Attack or SVRA, figure out where you can publish your images and maybe give it a shot. I said that the application process is not a measure of your skill level, but you should have some skill and some experience before you apply to shoot professional events. You should have a portfolio, one that people can find that shows this type of work, because part of the screening process might be someone looks you up to see that you have experience shooting racing. And if you don't have that experience, take a step back and look into maybe shooting track days or 24 Hours of Lemons racing, something to get a handle on trackside photography before you even think about applying. I said I would talk about some ideas for getting published or other ideas for getting media access. I got my start because I was contributing to a lifestyle website in Houston and Austin, and even though it had no racing coverage, once CODA was built, racing event coverage became relevant as local cultural news. So I was able to cover some events for that reason. The race series saw value in being covered in an outlet that catered beyond just race fans, so it was beneficial for everyone. It was a lucky break, but a way in can come from the most unexpected of places. So you might have to get imaginative to find a place where you can publish something. If you have a connection or a foot in the door anywhere in publishing or social media, try to leverage that. You could try reaching out to an automotive site or local news organization to see if you can cover the event for them. And if they go for it, you can apply for credentials as part of that organization, which will make things easier. If you're part of a local car club, offer to cover the event for their newsletter or website or social media channels. So like if you're part of the Corvette Club and there are Corvettes racing in an upcoming event, that's a connection with some obvious value, and the race organizer might say, yes, by all means. You can inquire to cover the event for a small race team. Again, we're talking grassroots level here, or for one of the team's sponsors. You would be providing something of value to them, and the team or sponsor might be able to breeze you through the application process as part of the team. None of these are guarantees for approval, but maybe these ideas will get you thinking of better ideas. And it should go without saying, but don't lie about this and say you work for a major publisher if you really don't. They'll know, they'll require proof. Do not do that. So if you succeed at getting media accreditation, take it very seriously and make the most of it and do a great job. I mean, really put in the effort. At bigger events, the other accredited trackside photographers come from all over the world and have come here to do a job and make a living, so leave them space and don't park at the prime photo window for half a day. We all start somewhere, and that includes everyone trackside shooting at Formula One. But remember that photo credentials are limited. If you get a vest, it's quite possible that someone else was denied a vest. So keep that in mind and be respectful to everyone. I hope this clears up some questions about photo accreditation, at least from my experience on this side of things. I'm sure someone on the approval side may have a slightly different take, or some of you might have different experiences. So please sound off in the comments. I would love to get a discussion going and hear more of your experiences. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.